Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, here to react to the Raptors' 115-109 win against the Phoenix Suns. We got a solo podcast here tonight as Riker will be unable to make it, so let's just dive straight into it. The Raptors seem to have this game in hand for most of the game. There wasn't really a time where you felt like the Raptors were going to lose. Even though the Suns went on a little run down the stretch, you still felt like the team had it in hand, and a large reason of that was due to DeMar DeRozan's insane performance tonight. 37 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. It's almost easy to take DeMar for granted because, he gives you production seemingly every night. He's probably our most consistent player on the team, and he doesn't get the national attention. Guys like Klay Thompson will go off for 30 points in a quarter. DeMar doesn't do anything like that, but he gives the same production, just in a less flashy new NBA way, and it's almost easy to take him for granted because he's been such a good player for us. And I don't know, and these are the nights you need your stars to be on point because, playing against a Phoenix Suns team who is on a losing streak, really needs a win. You're on a road trip. Everyone's probably a bit groggy. We've played, it seems like every game this season on the road. So you can see these are kind of like trap games. And this is where you need your best players to really stand out and punch the other team in the teeth. And DeMar's done that. He did it tonight. He's on display. He's been so good for us this season. And I'm really happy that DeMar, he's Toronto basketball. And it's awesome to see. Another reason for the Raptors' victory tonight was our front court. JV and Serge Ibaka were phenomenal tonight, and they've been really good the past few games. Now, it might be a product of the teams we've been playing, as we are playing against big lumbering centers, DeAndre Jordan and Greg Monroe, and even Alex Len has been out there in the Phoenix Suns game. And those are the teams that particularly JV thrives against playing against. But still, you can't take anything away from him. And so JV had 20 points and 11 rebounds tonight. And 30 minutes of action, too. That seems like a lot more than he's played most games this season. And Serge Ibaka with 21 points and 13 rebounds. In our quarter of the way mark season review, we kind of said that our front court has been a bit underwhelming this season, up until that point. But I guess they heard because they've been doing so great ever since. Serge particularly has been great. He's been showing a lot more energy, it seems like, the past about week or two, and it's just awesome to watch our front court play well, because as Raptors fans, we know that we're going to get production from our backcourt. Even if on nights like tonight, even though Kyle Lowry might have an off shooting night, DeMar, he'll still put up his points, but he might have a poor percentage from the field. But we know we're going to get production from the backcourt. It's always been over this stretch of years with DeMar and Lowry as our core. It's always been, will everyone else perform? Because that's the key to the Raptors' success, right? If in the playoffs last season, Lowry and DeMar are getting trapped up top, and they swing the ball to Patrick Patterson or DeMar Carroll, and they hit those open threes, we aren't getting swept by Cleveland. We aren't in a 6-game series against Milwaukee, right? So it's great to see production from the power forward spot, which seems like we never get production from, even though Serge was good last playoffs, but he's been a bit rough to the start of the season, and JV. So if we can get consistent effort, obviously we're not going to get 20 and 10 every night, but if we can get a consistent, solid effort from our front court, the team could be very scary going forward. Another storyline from tonight's game is Norman Powell. So he finished with a line of 0 points, 0 assists, 1 rebound in 10 minutes, and he looked very, very shook out there tonight. Norm's been through a rough stretch. After coming back from injury, losing his starting position, he had a couple of really good games, but it seems for about the past week or so, he's in all of our games, he's rushing all of his shots. He's as Jack Armstrong has pointed out, he's taking, as soon as he gets the ball, he tries to drive against a set defense. And anyone that knows basketball knows that you gotta, even DeMar and Larry, when we were heavy into iso ball last year, you get the defense moving a little bit and then you attack, right? So he's going up against set defenses, so he's not really playing the basketball we're accustomed to seeing from top level Norm, playoff Norm, and he just needs to calm his brain down and just play his game, not force anything. He's got his contract. He's going to be a Toronto Raptor, be in the NBA at least for a long time. He doesn't need to prove anything, overshadow. I think Norm, once he just calms down a bit, he was out of the groove with injury, so I'm sure he's just getting his legs back underneath him. Once he gets calmed down, he'll be back to being good, because he still gets I personally think our best player at getting to the rim is Norman Powell. It's just that when he gets there, he needs to be able to just finish off those bunnies and finish over the defense if there's people in the lane, and just pick his spots a little bit better. Because when Norm does that, he's been, the Norm that we all have revered for the past 2 years, demanding that we play over DeMar Carroll. So I believe Norm will break out of this slump. And CJ Miles had a good start to this game. He had 17 minutes in this one. That's one that I think Dwayne Casey's done a phenomenal job this year. I think Dwayne Casey's an awesome coach. But my one little gripe I think we need to play CJ Miles a bit more minutes, because he is, in my opinion, the best shooter on the team. And if you're a shooter, you need to get into a groove and you need to get playing time in order to be able to hit those shots consistently. So I think the more minutes you give CJ, the more production you'll get out of him. Now, I know we have wing guys like Norm and OG, DeMar, that we all have to play. So it's tough, but that's my one little gripe-ish thing. So I'd like to see CJ a bit more. So now we'll get into the segments. Okay, so the play of the day. I am a big proponent of really nice passes. I love it when a player makes a nice, crisp pass. And so might be a little bit of a biased play of the day. I think the play of the day goes to Lowry. And it was in the clutch. The Suns had made a little run. The Raptors needed a bucket to really close off the game. And JV made a nice seal, and Lowry threw that no-look inbound pass right in the middle. JV finishes it for the easy layup. I love good passes. And it was awesome to see Lowry make a nice zipper through the paint and seal the game against the Suns. So that's my play of the day. And I have a little minor play of the day too, the cool play of the day. Didn't really lead to anything. DeMar drove into the paint, threw kind of a chaotic pass to OG. Looked like it was going out of bounds. And then it seemed like OG just turned into, I don't know what, Mr. Fantastic, and just stretched out his arm, grabbed the ball from the paint. I don't know if anyone saw it, but it was really, it kind of freaked me out in my eyes. I thought the ball was for sure out of bounds, and OG just snags it. Yeah, that's what OG just does. Some great stuff on the floor, even though his numbers don't really pop out at you. He's just does great things for the team. Does some really cool stuff too. I love me some OG. That's a good segue into the next segment, the OG's play of the day. So the OG's, it's more of a OG's stat. It's a positive OG's. So JV, another gripe about, not gripe, but we gave JV a Chubby James Johnson on our rating scale on our mid-quarter season review. And I only gave him that score because I thought he's been pretty average this season, in my opinion. But I gave him the score below average, as I want to see JV hitting more threes. So the OG's stat, it's a positive OG's. JV is shooting 50% from three this season, and he's hit a three in the past 3 games. Man, I don't know. If we can get JV popping some threes, I think that would be a great thing for the Raptors. I just want to see Jonas come down the floor. maybe once or twice, just like Steph Curry, and bang those dribble pull-up threes. I know that's a bit of a stretch, but in all seriousness, if we can get a even more extra floor spacer out there, especially when we play big teams like we saw tonight, guys like Greg Monroe and DeAndre Jordan, it it would be a big help for the Raptors. And to play against some teams in the West, maybe like Joel Embiid or Marcin Gortat, take them, stretch them out of the floor so we can get more opportunities to drive. I think JV with a 3 point ball, what in all seriousness, would be a really good asset for the Raptors. So that's our OGs play slash stat of the night. And we talked about it already. The Damari Carroll Gold Star Award goes to Norm. Hurts me because I love Norm so much, but I think he'll break out of his slump and he'll be good. Norm will be really good. Norm's too good to stay in this slump for long. Maybe come out, use him as a secret player in the playoffs, just as we have the past 2 seasons. I don't know, I'm sure he'll turn it around before then. Well, anyways, that's it for me. The Raptors, it's just nice to see us beat bad teams. We had a tough one against LA, but you can't expect us to get them. Expect the Raptors to get them all. But it's nice to see us not get fazed by that Clippers loss and come out and handle our business against the Suns. So that's it for me. Thanks for listening. Everyone, check out the Raptors Digest Twitter and stay tuned for more Raptors content. Thank you.